Starting Sunday, more restrictions are being lifted. You'll be able to have 14 of your friends inside your house and up to 150 at an outdoor private gathering. But the province has not hit its 70% target for those 12 and over getting a first dose. And so it's undertaken a blitz to get more first doses done. Our provincial affairs reporter Adam Hunter joins me now. Adam, what is the government doing to get more people that first dose?
Well, it's been what they're calling a surge plan. The Saskatchewan Health Authority announced this earlier this week, Sam, where they were really focusing on first doses in under-vaccinated areas of the province. This is happening all over the province. We tend to focus a lot on Regina and Saskatoon, the big population areas. But if you look at the government's website, you'll see really clinics scattered everywhere, to the point where they're even going door to door in the far north to get people vaccinated. Well, the importance of that first dose cannot be understated, because it does protect you against COVID-19. But the government also saying this week that second doses are as important to follow up with that second dose. But this week has been really focused on first doses, to the point where it's difficult to find a second dose location really over the next couple of days. To give people an example of what's happening and the unique ways that the province is attacking these first doses, we've seen first doses being administered at a pop-up clinic at the Scar Street Mall in Regina, grocery store parking lots in Saskatoon. They have fast passed the line if you're going for a first dose in some of these clinics. And we know this weekend, Mosaic Stadium, we could see Gaynor, some Rider alumni. You can go to Wascana Park and get your first dose, or if you're at Regina Beach in the Regina area, get a first dose as well. There's a host of other unique clinic ideas. And of course, this even funneled out to the mayors of Saskatoon and Regina, issuing a bit of a challenge. No love lost, big rivalry between the two cities. As we know, Sam, the two mayors putting a little friendly wager on who can get the most doses by the end of this month. And as you mentioned, the province really trying to get to that 70%, 12 and over. Earlier this week, they needed about 28,000 first doses to give people an idea of how we were going. Over a week's time, the average was about 22,000. So they really needed to ramp it up quite significantly to get to that 12 and over 70% target. But the SHA wanting to go even further than that this week, saying they want to get to 80% and eventually that same number in second doses.
All right, you mentioned it could be a challenge to find a way to get a second dose, but all of this push to get first doses in arms, what's the impact on second doses as the ages and the eligibility continues to drop?
There's a real competition right now for vaccine. If you look at the example of a walk-in clinic in Regina yesterday, I heard from people who were there, were looking for a second dose. Just a few dozen people over a couple of hours going in for a first dose. They'd get to the front of the line. This second dose people waiting a little bit longer in line for their dose. But the drive-through options have been limited over the last couple of days. The Regina drive-through on Thursday used all of its doses in a short span of time, had to close. And the walk-in options were limited. As I mentioned, the SHA is using a lot of its resources to get these first doses and to go to these sort of unique places over the next little while. People are going to see vaccine clinics pop up, as I mentioned, in big box store parking lots, at ball diamonds, things like that over the next few weeks, as the government really tries to find some unique ways to hit these under-vaccinated populations, which are people under 50 right now, and in some core neighborhoods, in some rural areas where the numbers aren't as high. But a second dose, if you're looking for one, a reminder to people is the pharmacies are getting doses. It's a little bit trickier because you have to go to a website or phone and find out once you're eligible to get on the list and get that vaccine. It's not a centralized booking system through the SHA, but there are still some appointments that are popping up here and there with the SHA.
Adam, it's been a while since we've talked a lot about variants, but this week we've heard a lot more about the Delta variant. What's the concern there?
Yeah, the Delta variant is seen to be, from experts, as more contagious. It's leading to hospitalizations, people of all ages. They're seeing this in the UK, where people are vaccinated at a higher rate when it comes to second doses than in Canada. And they actually have to delay their reopening by about a month because of a rise in cases and hospitalizations there due to the Delta variant. This week, Alberta's health officials believe that the Delta variant will become the more dominant one there because of the contagiousness and the amount of Delta variant that's there. It's been linked to a couple of deaths in Calgary. Also, Manitoba officials linking a death in Winnipeg to the Delta variant. And so this is the one reason why health officials and everywhere are really stressing the importance of second doses in the US, in the UK, and here in Canada, because second doses are seen as really protecting against the Delta variant, specifically when you get that 2 doses, because there's more of a breakthrough, studies have shown, after 1 dose. So the importance of that second dose really being hammered by health officials and politicians to the public to try and guard against the worry that is caused by the Delta variant.
All right. Thanks for this, Adam.
You're welcome.